What is up, everybody? Welcome to Breaking Rad, and I'm pumped about tonight. I'm excited to talk to you guys and have a good time. How are you guys doing today?
Doing well.
Good.
Very good. Very good. Well, I wanted to. I'm excited. We were gonna play some TMNT tonight, but we pushed it back. Everybody, if you're wondering, I know some of you guys like Skip's already in the chat, and. He's been watching faithfully every week, but just so you know, we pushed it back because we want to be ready to provide you the best RPG hilarity that we can possibly provide, and we just didn't feel like we were ready. Is that right, Cal?
That's right, and I want to throw in that poor old Mutt, the old Mutt that he is. Yeah. It's been moving. He just got a new house, and I sensed with my extrasensory perception. He might need one more week to just kind of chill. And it turns out he had like a birthday party to go to tonight. And he was going to be sitting on boxes. Like he's going to be sitting on like a stack of books with his computer on a box or something. And that was the sacrifice he was going to make.
Basically a normal night for Mutt.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I don't like to give him too much leeway because then he just will exploit it. But in this case, his old bones probably needed a little bit of a break, so I'm okay with it. But anyway, we have a fun show. We have some cool stuff that we're going to talk about. It's kind of like this is going to be a cool catch-up stream because we have a bunch of projects in the works. And if you haven't watched Breaking Rad before, we're going to kind of go over what it is and then some of the cool things that we're doing. Hopefully you enjoy it, and if you like it, give us a thumbs up below. I see Old Man Rourke already gave us a thumbs up. That he will give us one like, and we'll take it. We will gladly take your one like. But anyway, we're gonna go over some cool stuff. Real quick, Skip, thank you as always, my friend, for coming in. We love your participation. I appreciate you, man. And Old Man Rourke, thank you for giving us that one like and for tuning in tonight. We got some exciting stuff we're gonna share tonight, I think. What do you guys? What's going on with you guys this week? Let's do a little quick catch up in our personal lives, and then we'll move on. What do you guys think? Is that cool?
Yeah.
Right on.
I'll give some. Well, I mean, it's nothing personal. I'm not giving you that.
We need all of your personal. We need all the deets.
It'd be very boring. I did an old man. No, I did like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a grown-up thing this weekend.
Adult thing.
I did a grown-up thing.
When you say an adult thing, it sounds like wrong. Kind of.
So I shouldn't wink when I say it. I cleaned my garage this weekend.
That is like a dad thing.
And in typical dad fashion, it took me 6 years to get around to it.
Were you wearing your white New Balances when you did it?
Oh, I mean, shorts and loafers with black socks is the way to do it.
Right.
And I felt like a man for the first time in my life.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was good. I swatted a bee with my bare hands. It was a wasp.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
I was in the zone. I was
Did
doing
you
dad
get
stuff.
stung?
I don't know. It disappeared after I slapped it. I thought it hit the ground, but it was gone.
Oh.
But then, 2 seconds later, I saw a spider and squealed.
So I
ran out of the garage.
I was doing a manly thing this weekend. I was weed eating. I was using a power tool, weed eating, and I weed eated into a bee's nest. Like I think it was yellow jacket actually, and one got me in the the heel, or not the heel, my Achilles tendon, I guess, is where it stung me, and I could walk and I wasn't lame or anything, but that joker hurt for a couple days.
So that's your weakness, is the Achilles heel.
I guess it's my only weakness. That and bullets, I think.
The band's heel. The macho's heel.
Cool. What have you been up to, Cal? Let's hear it.
Well, I didn't clean an entire garage Mark did, but I did move about 10 boxes away from the water heater because I knew we were having an inspection, and they always give me crap about putting boxes around my water heater.
Yeah.
But I have so many boxes. Like, where else am I going to put those 10 boxes? So I did move 10 boxes in my garage, but it was like 110 degrees. Cool. And, they say Phoenix, it's a dry heat. It's a dry heat, though. It doesn't freaking matter when it's 110 degrees. It doesn't matter.
When you're a big sweaty man, it's always moist heat.
The Ryan Cardinals in chat.
Yeah, what's up, Ryan? Man, legit artist right now. That's pretty awesome. Ryan, we appreciate you. Thanks for stopping in. Now, Cal, I have a question. So, what was you said? It was how hot in Arizona?
It was about 110.
110. What about you in Texas?
It was about 90 here.
Not 90.
But in my defense, I was doing more work than Cal was.
That's true.
So in Virginia, where I live, it doesn't get quite that hot. It's usually like mid to upper 80s. Some days it'll be 90s. So this past weekend it was mid to upper 80s, but our humidity is like triple or quadruple what you guys have.
Yeah.
It is like you walk outside and you can feel yourself just immediately start sweat, like you walked into a sauna. It's ridiculous.
I just thought all the moisture would have left with Mutt. I guess you.
A sweaty old man. You should have seen him in the heat. He would carry around like a handkerchief and
Oh, is he one of those handkerchief guys? How old is he?
No, he's not a handkerchief guy.
He's blowing his nose in it and folding it so you don't see it.
Yeah, right. So the problem is, my problem is I have no hair on my head.
Beautiful.
So when I sweat, it all just runs down into my face.
It's like a waterfall.
Dude, well, there's something to absorb. You guys with hair can absorb something. Your hair will hold it, but for me, it just runs right into my face, into my eyeballs, and it hurts really bad.
Your beard absorbs it.
So, do you guys have any projects you're working on? What do we got going on, I guess, professionally in the comic book or indie world? What do you got?
Still working on Starfetched. I finished page 36. Going a little slower than I'd like right now, but it's going to start picking up the pace. I plan on taking some time off from work in August to get cranking on it. And regardless of if it is done or not, I plan on launching that campaign this year.
Nice.
Even if I just have to do a mailing list. So
yep.
It's coming along though. It's coming good.
That's super exciting. It's going to be good. And I don't know how you get anything done because for all of you watching, we pretty much rely on Mark to do any sort of editing we have. That's why it's good, is because we'll send it to Mark, and then Mark, although Cal's done some editing recently, but we usually send it to Mark and we'll be like, Mark, make this better. And then he puts all the things in it and does all the cuts and everything. Because mine would just be at whatever the Mac version of the easy iMovie stuff, and I would just put in canned titles and stuff. It's really bad.
That's why I'm on the bottom tonight. I'm Atlas.
Yes.
Yes.
There's an equation here, and it's all of us goons we add our own stuff, but Mark is kind of we didn't know it, but we needed some glue to hold us together, and all your editing skills really it ups the production value, with that cool intro you made and everything. Not to give you a big head, but I think that it brings some credibility to people who probably shouldn't have any.
So I'm the sticky one. You're
the sticky one.
Like the Force, old man Rourke. I like just
old man Rourke.
Yeah, he holds the goons together with his sticky.
I never looked at his
substance.
Me either. Get that back up there. I love it.
Beautiful.
Cool.
Well, Cal, I think before we segue, what do you got going on professionally? What else? What are you working on right now?
Well, we went over last week the Ice Cream Man and that whole thing with Kevin McDougall. Awesome project. Awesome first project for an entire interconnected universe we've got going on. It's going to be really cool. And I've got ShouldNotBe Sasquatch stuff to talk about, but we'll hit on that at the end. I think people want to get to the good stuff here with the Name That Death and the WWE. But yeah, I've got that. Yep. And on the editing, I am doing some videos about the MMO RPG Final Fantasy 14 that are getting some traction. from not our normal viewers, so that's really cool. There's like a massive, for people who don't know, there's a massive exodus right now from people leaving World of Warcraft. Like they're just getting on ships and just like sailing over to Final Fantasy 14. So much so that Final Fantasy 14 just ran out of digital codes to buy their game.
Holy
Digital
crap.
codes, like those should be infinite, right? But the
Right.
problem is there's so many people flooding the servers that it's like a bottleneck effect. You can't get in, so they had to close the floodgates, and it's crazy. It's almost unprecedented. People are just leaving WoW in droves and heading over to Final Fantasy 14. So, of course, I come in and Cal's going on about WoW and Final Fantasy. Anyway, just real quick, Demented for Fun. Real quick, we're just doing a quick check-in. So anyway, I'm loving the editing. I'm not as good at my skills are not. I'm kind of like the Padawan learner to his Jedi master. But I do have a lot of fun editing those videos, finding the assets and putting them in. It's good stuff. It's fun. So
Cool.
if you haven't, please check out my video. It's like 6 minutes long.
It's good.
WoW. It's leaving WoW for Final Fantasy 14, the pros and cons, part 1. It's a fun video. There's some Comicsgate references in there. There's some fun political references, and some modern comics drama references. It's a fun watch.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at Demented for Fun over here.
I know he's
A drinking game should be created.
Cal already.
All right.
There's a few people in life that like give me crap constantly, and I'm cool with it. And Demented for Fun is one of those people. He's been giving me crap on Twitter for years, and I enjoy my conversations with this awesome human being here.
There's people that like have whatever they have, their special skill is to like get away with stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right? I bet he's like that to all his friends. He's like just able to just like, walk over and just pick at them constantly. I like it. We appreciate you for who you are, Demented for Fun, and what you bring to the table. I was going to quickly say we're working on Hero. Mutt and I we've started the official. Well, we've had it, but we've started the official kind of like our repository for like putting all this stuff, all of our ideas, and like actually fleshing it out. So that's kind of exciting. There's a lot going on in both his life and my life right now. So it's coming slow, but we're pretty pumped about it. Volume 2 is going to be pretty awesome. So anyway, that is kind of the quick update for what we got going on. Once again, thank you guys for coming and watching. And if you have things that you want to know from us about any of the topics we're talking about, or you want to get more in depth, please talk to us in the chat, and we'll be happy to talk about that. But right now, I think that we should move on from what's going on in our lives and look at something, once again, some of the awesome editing that Mark does. And we should play everybody's favorite game show, which is Name That Death. Is that all right? Can we do that?
I think we can, and I actually have a intro video queued up, so let's do it.
Do it,
ladies and gentlemen. Name that.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part of that video is that I cut one of you off every single time I play it. Somebody's talking, they're starting a word as soon as I click play. I love it. I have that power. It's awesome.
I like
You're
it.
master of bad timing.
Yes, I am. I'm awful. Kokoshuko, good to see you.
Hey, Kokoshuko.
We made it.
Summon him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Made it just in time. Sweet. I'm ready. I have watched a bunch of terrible 80s movies this past week, hoping that I'll be able to get these right. So I'm ready for this.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know how many 80s ones we got this week, but
Oh, dang it. I picked the wrong decade.
I'm not sure. I've been having a hard time. All right. First one is our usual warm-up. So you guys can embarrass yourselves by not getting it, per usual. And Kokoshuko will be in the chat to save you.
Oh, where's David the sandwich?
Where's Dave?
I don't know. We're missing him. And
I know.
Dave.
We have a record number of viewers.
He's embarrassed because
and he's not one of them.
No, he's been getting his butt kicked lately. He's on mutt levels of bad.
Oh man,
He's embarrassed.
As soon as you start talking crap about him, he's going to show up.
Yeah. Where are those blasted turtles? We're
Sorry,
next week. Okay. All right. Here we go. Oh, wrong tab. Number 1 and 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
I would have got you.
Falling down.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right.
Killing it.
I'm
Fantastic.
giving it to Ryan Cardinal because Cal needs to wait and let the chat have a
Man.
chance.
No, I want to get one. I never get one.
I'll
I
give
had
it
to
to
get
Cal.
We're
Give
in
it
your
to Cal.
place.
I love that movie, man. That him in that movie is what I wish I could do every day, driving on the 101 or the 51 to Tempe. Every day, I just want to fall down, just like Michael Douglas in that movie, man. Oh
This
my
man's a
gosh,
worship leader, people.
so good. Yeah, but because I am a man of God, I don't fall down, but I want to. My flesh, Paul. The good that I would that I do not, but the evil which I would not that I do, but I don't do. Wait, that was kind of the opposite.
Number 2.
Move on. Let's move on, shall we? Wait, hold on. Who was the first person to get it? Got to pop it up.
Well, that was you. We'll give you a point this week, but
Cook
David Sandwich is here. All right.
There he is.
Ryan got Cardinal got it. Yeah. So
we summoned Dave.
We
great
did.
movie. I might rewatch that tonight.
Look,
Yeah,
and
what's a great movie.
Committed for Fun said, "Oh, we participate. Yeah, you need to participate." LOL.
Ignore Cal. He got his one.
Yeah.
Next week he'll go back to talking about whatever movie theater or video store he worked at or some made up job.
All right, Dave, you were slow on that one. Be ready for the next one.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Number 2.
The greatest day of your life.
Gone in 60 seconds.
Dang.
I was gonna say that too. Okay, cool.
I liked it. I really liked that movie a lot. I know it's
I love that movie.
it's probably questionable acting in that movie, but I love that version.
No, it is not. That is top notch. Nicolas Cage, almost as good as Con Air levels.
It's such a fun movie. I don't know if you could call it a good movie, but it's a fun movie.
It is absolutely a fun movie. I need to watch that one again.
There was like this sweet spot in the early 2000s where movies weren't good, but they were a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was like movies like that, and like, did The Rock come out in that was probably the 90s? But
I think
that general era of movies was a lot
Rock
of
was
fun.
probably like 98, 99, I guess, probably. Yeah.
I would take that back. I would bring that time back now if I could.
Yeah, so that movie is the first movie I remember listening to the music in the movie and being like, there's like good music in this movie. I mean, I know there's other movies that have good music, but I was like, yeah, I actually remembered like some of the music they played in it, and probably bought it on or stole it on Napster or something like that.
Most likely Napster.
Yeah, Napster.
Or Kazaa.
Yeah, I got a cult song in it. That's right. It's so good.
A movie kind of like that we're talking about, Spencer Confidential on Netflix with Mark Wahlberg. That movie's it's not good, but it's fun. It's a fun movie. It's just like stupid action, violence. It's a fun movie.
What movie?
It's called Spencer Confidential.
I don't know if I've
That's Confidential. I remember Ellie.
Yeah. It's funny. It's like Mark Wahlberg's a cop. He's a badass cop who beats the crap out of one of his fellow officers, goes to prison, and meets Post Malone in there for some reason. And then when he gets out, he has to share a room with this like big black dude who their beds are like 3 feet apart, and his dog, the old guy, I think Alan Arkin is the old guy. I don't remember, but he's been babysitting the dog for Mark Wahlberg, and the dog has become really close to this other guy he's sharing a room with, and so these guys don't like each other, but they end up solving crimes together and stuff. So it's fun. It's a fun movie. It's a revenge movie, but it's just fun.
A good revenge movie. Jim O'Reilly on the Facebook chat.
The Facebooks. What's up?
Whoa, we got a Facebook chatter with us.
Yeah.
Oh.
We usually get
Yeah.
it.
What's up?
What's up? All right, let's have the next one. I'm ready.
Turn it
Here
up.
we go. Number 3.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
I wanted to say Wild Wild West, but I know that's not right.
Me too, but no, it's not right. I had the same thought. I want to say it, but I know that's not it.
Oh, Dave.
Dave.
Which
That's
one?
Zorro. Oh.
Hold up. I ain't giving it to him that easy. Which one?
Okay.
Zora, let's hear it, Dave. Mask of.
No.
Oh,
Markov.
What's that?
Markov.
the one with the Z on the front. That one, right?
It was the sequel to Mask of.
What is that? Sort of.
The Legend of.
The Legend of.
The Legend of Zorro.
Okay, Blade of. Yeah, exactly.
I guess you could go serials, the old 1930s ones or whatever.
Are those Banderas movies?
Those two are, yeah.
Okay.
Mask of and
I think I like the first one. I don't know if I saw the second.
The first one, yeah, the set Legends are kind of stupid, but
Yeah.
the first one's one of my favorites.
I love that he plays the same character in Shrek, but just as a cat. I think that's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Homie works as the pants of Zorro.
The boots of Zorro. Okay, number 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
It's looking perfect.
Obscure. Wow. I don't know, man.
This one, there are two different titles for it. There was an international title and a domestic title. And I'll take either.
Did they give him like Mentos and Coke or something?
It was something. I don't remember. I think it was just a.
Oh man, Rourke, what the heck?
What the fun movie is this?
What movie is that?
That was the guy exploding was Meatloaf.
Oh,
Was it?
If
Was
Mutt were
that-
here, he'd be on IMDb right now looking up
Was
Meatloaf movies.
he got real skinny.
Was he skinny in that?
wasn't he declining in health? When was this movie?
Early 2000s?
Oh man, okay. When did Meatloaf?
When was Fight Club?
I think it was after Fight Club.
That
Fight Club
was
was
after,
late
okay.
90s, wasn't it?
Huh. Yeah.
Come on, no guesses?
Man, the chat's
Come on,
got
Dave.
nothing.
Come on, Dave.
It's all quiet over there.
Hear it.
All right.
Okay.
All right, well.
It's a Samuel L. Jackson movie. Yeah, whatever.
Couldn't tell if it was Samuel Jackson or not.
Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson and that British guy that's in a bunch of
British guy.
It was. I knew it as Formula 51. It was released in England as the 51st state, which apparently people thought was a reference to America's states, which I guess it isn't. I don't get it, but
It almost would have to be.
that is that's a fun movie if anybody wants to.
What is it? Formula what?
Formula 51, or also the 51st state. I think it was Formula 51 over here.
Weird. Yeah, I've never even. I don't even think I've heard of that. Formula
No,
51.
me either.
Yeah, Meatloaf plays some guy called the Lizard because his face is all lizardy and messed up, and it's good stuff. Good
Yeah,
drama.
the 51st state, 2001. Weird.
I thought for sure that should have been on the easier spectrum of things, but
No, I don't know. I don't recall this. Is that who else is in this?
I don't know the guy's name. He was in that really bad Stargate show, like Stargate Infinity or something that
Yeah.
Stargate was barely in.
Meatloaf.
We just
All right.
lost our entire Stargate fan base.
No, they would agree. Nobody liked that series. It was stupid.
All right, cool. Well, that one was a deep cut for some of you weird movie.
That was not that obscure. Demented. Come on.
I feel like it was pretty. I've never heard of it. I don't know.
I've never heard of it.
Crazy. Y'all crazy.
Well,
Maybe I'm just out of touch.
what do you think? Number 5?
Yeah,
it's only going to get worse. Let's go.
I'm waiting for the day when I get like number 7. You know, just because it's some random movie that I saw and no one else watched.
Only Dan has kind of gotten the number 7.
Which one was that?
Starship Troopers 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
You do the franchise.
Yeah, I need the frame.
Wow.
So it's a half a point.
Half a point.
Yeah.
Okay, 5, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Was that Mickey Rourke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Sacrificed himself.
Yes,
Yeah.
Robert Carlyle to for fun. That's the guy.
Wow. What's chat got anything?
Jeez.
It's a Van Damme movie.
All right, Mickey Rourke and Van Damme.
Oh man. And Van Damme was a hero?
He was.
He's
But
always here.
Didn't kill the tiger or Mickey Rourke, so was he really the hero?
It was. They set up.
He tricked him
Stepping
into
on
standing. Yeah, tricked him into standing on the landmine, and then let the tiger out after him. $4. Oh, all right.
No, it was not Cyborg. Shame on you, Kokoshuko.
All right. Dominic says he's seen it, but he can't remember the name. Man, these are some good
I
ones.
could say the co-star, but it's just going to give the movie away. There was a co-star in this one.
A Seagal co-star.
No, they hate each other.
Hey, Murdoch's here.
David Murdoch.
David Murdoch
Come to
was
save us.
good.
He'll get it for sure. Mickey Rourke, Van Damme,
Pre-plastic surgery.
90s. All right, fine. Dennis Rodman was the co-star.
Dennis Rodman? What?
Rodman? The only movie I remember what movie was Rodman in?
Probably this one.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
3,
Hold on. Let me look.
2, no,
Let me guess.
no, 1.
Double Team. I don't know.
You've cheated twice now playing this game.
No, I cheated. No, I was.
You're definitely a cheater. I didn't say you guys could look at IMDb. I never did that.
I wanted to just look and guess what movie based on like what the cards I'm looking at on Google. It's Double Team, right?
Yeah, it's Double Team.
Okay.
I'm giving it to Demented for fun.
Yeah, no, I was totally cheating. I was totally.
All right. I guess we'll just move on.
Let's move on. That was bad. I feel bad about that. Let's move on.
Don't worry about it. It's
IMDb is life.
It is.
all right. 3, 2, 1. Is that Payback?
No.
Oh. That was Gibson, though, right? No.
I've seen that movie.
Okay.
Not one of his finest.
I've seen this one.
This is kind of post everybody hating him for a while.
Is this Get the Gringo? It's not it.
No, that is before Get the Gringo.
I knew that, but it's the only one I can think of right now. Why can I not think of this movie?
Demented for Fun had the same idea I did.
No, not Conspiracy Theory.
Oh,
That's a good one, though.
yeah.
Good one.
Payback's a great movie too. Just
Payback.
Have you seen there's a director's cut of Payback? It's like a whole different movie almost.
really.
Yeah, it's really good.
I want to see that.
The villain's like totally different. It's not the same villain.
Huh.
Yeah, things completely different. 3, 2, 1. Edge of Darkness.
Edge of Darkness.
There
God,
you go.
Oh.
I don't remember that title at all.
Sounds
But I know
familiar.
I've seen that movie with what's the actor's name that gets shot?
I don't know. He always plays like a
He's always like a sleazy bad
slimy
guy.
Russian or
Yeah,
something. Usually.
slimy bad guy for sure. Edge of Darkness, huh? Let's see.
Well, I guess I guess we're on to number 7 then.
Edge of Darkness. Yeah, I remember
These are over too soon. I mean, 7's a good number, but man, these are fun. Okay.
Well, blame Mutt. He's the one that was being all Democrat about it with his.
Mutt said 5, right?
Mutt wanted 5.
Man, I like. I think 7.
Yeah. 7's a good number. It's like you want more, but then like if you got like 2 more, you'd probably be like, yeah, I think that was a little too much. So I think 7's good.
That was our world famous Name That Death.
No, we're not done. We got one more.
Oh, we do.
That was 6.
Yeah. That was only 6.
That was almost our world famous Name That Death. We got one more though. Bonus night.
I didn't get obscure yet. Now you guys are getting obscure.
That's the number of man. We need the number of God, which is 7. By the way, we have 6 viewers, and that was number 6. So,
all right,
dangerously close. Let's go to 7. 3, 2, 1, go.
Another great Brandon Lee movie.
I always hit you with the Brandon Lee.
Always get us with the Brandon Lee.
I think I'm out of Brandon Lee's after this, though.
I don't know. I feel like
I will allow IMDb.
I came out strong with Gone in 60 Seconds, and I've been nothing since.
I will allow IMDb for number 7s.
No, you're allowing IMDb?
I'm allowing it for number 7. We'll do it for number 7s. We'll say.
Oh.
Who's quicker on the trigger?
All right. Let's see. It's not Laser Mission because we already saw that. How about Truce? No, it's Bruce Lee. It's not Rapid Fire. We saw that. Showdown in Little Tokyo.
No,
that's Van Damme.
His list ain't that long.
No. See, I got a filmography.
Oh, David Murdoch got it. I was looking.
Hold on, I haven't looked at it yet. I'm on the Google page. Let me look. Let me guess. Don't say it.
I mean, David Murdoch said it.
Well, I know. I can't see it right now.
Okay, I'll let you look.
It keeps giving me Bruce Lee movies. How about Legacy of Rage?
Yes.
Yes. I guessed it.
Legacy of Rage.
Legacy of Rage.
It's one of the most boring movies I've ever watched, except for like the last 10 minutes. It just goes nuts.
Old Man Rourke says Kung Fu the movie. Yep. Well, now, thanks for everybody for playing our world famous segment, Name That Death. I got it that time, nailed it. So I hope you guys like Name That Death. It's probably the thing I look forward to on Tuesday nights the very most. I love it.
Yeah, me too.
Even though I'm absolutely terrible at it, I look forward every single week to see what kind of insanity and weird deaths that Mark has pulled out to make this. I think one of my favorites is the Sly Stallone in the wig where I was actually telling my friend about how funny it was the other night. We were talking about a movie, and I was like, "You got to watch this Nighthawks bit where Sylvester Stallone, it's the final showdown. He kills the bad guy. It's amazing."
Best part is they were going really serious in that movie. They were like, "Yeah, this will get the audience the feels."
Yeah,
Stallone in a wig cooking.
Yeah. They won't even believe it when he turns around and it's Sylvester Stallone.
I didn't believe it. Yeah, David Murdoch says you should dig into some horror flicks.
Yeah, I'm not good with horror. The guy that does that is Drew Love, Dr. Love. They have a horror night every Tuesday. Probably doing it. Or I think it's every Tuesday. I don't know, but he does horror talk. Then he gets.
Yeah, I'm not a big horror guy, honestly. Like all the Saw movies and stuff like that. It makes me cringe and.
Those are torture porn. Those are different. A horror is all kind. I mean, there's a vast range of movies.
I guess I'm good with monsters. So Aliens is probably one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, that's a good one.
A horror movie, I think technically.
Yeah, I mean maybe around Halloween time we'll do a horror themed Name That Death.
Yeah. Okay, I'd be down if we do that. And okay, sorry guys. Sorry I said that Saw was horror. I didn't mean it.
Hey, hold on. I'm gonna defend you.
Okay.
It's in the horror category.
Yeah.
We didn't say that they're horrific movies. Well, they're horrific movies, but they're not horror.
A body horror, is that what it is?
I don't. You know, you guys, you're horror people and your subgenres. Enough.
Yeah, I'm with Old Man Rourke. I could probably do 70s and 80s horror, or maybe some early 90s horror is probably pretty good. But for the most part, I just don't get into it. I don't know. They're not for me.
I mean, I'll watch. I'll watch a good Jason movie, or once in a while, maybe a Freddy movie. But I got to be in the mood.
Yeah.
I'm not big into it, but there's definitely some good deaths in those. I just feel like it's cheating. Like everyone knows those.
Yeah.
If you have Jason Voorhees smashing a girl in a sleeping bag into a tree, you're gonna be like, well, that's Friday the 13th. Which one? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it would have to be like name which obscure Friday movie this is from.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll think about it. Maybe we'll do
all.
This is a good idea.
That's actually a good idea. Yeah.
Some of them would be obvious, like when Jason's when Jason's a cyborg, well, that's Jason X, obviously, because he's in space. If Jason and Freddy are in the same scene, that's Jason versus Freddy. Other than that, unless you've tracked with the Friday the 13th movies and you know his different, like Jason's look in each movie, because it's different in each movie.
Yeah.
Like there's 3 or 4 different actors that play him. Kane Hodder's the most famous one, but there's others. I could probably do okay on that, and I'd probably rewatch them all just to do good on that. The problem with Friday the 13th movies is all the nudity. I love those movies, but like the nudity really, as a Christian man, the nudity really gets me.
Understood.
Yeah, but we'll have to be like a name. You got to guess which one it's from, or I'll have to blur out I don't even know. We'll have to figure it out.
Yeah.
Or if I'm gonna have to pick obscure horror movies, and that's just sit down a scary rabbit hole for me.
Dave says he met Kane. Kane Hodder scares the heck when I watch him, like interviews and stuff. Like I feel like he might kill me in real life. Did he not come off that way, Dave? Because I feel like he seems that kind of
guy. Cool. Well, I was gonna say, I don't know if you guys have watched any good movies recently. Like, I kind of find it hard to get something on Netflix and watch and enjoy it. Like new movies that have come out on Netflix streaming. Like sometimes you'll find something or whatever. I will say that I restarted. Let me back up a little bit. I went to a local county fair recently, like last week, and I had such a good time. And it was like the quintessential small town, like a lot of overweight people and like, sticky carnival rides and like funnel cakes everywhere and stuff like that. And just fried food. But it made me think of Stranger Things season 3. And I was like, was hit with so much nostalgia that I went back and watched that show. I'm like finishing it over again. And it was like, I forgot how much I liked it because it is a horror genre. But that's like horror done right. Like I love that series. I know people are going to hate it.
I binged the first season during the 2016 election so I could distract myself from having to watch it.
Yeah, and I know some people are going to hate on me for liking that show, but it is so good.
It's good, man.
I love it so much as a season 2. I pretend it doesn't exist. But season 3,
I like season 2.
Did you? I just didn't. Couldn't get down with it. It was like a chore for me to get through.
Oh man, I really liked all the seasons, but the problem is like season 1 got me with the nostalgia so much.
Yeah,
that the show itself is nostalgic for me. Like as I watch it, like it's weird because like the music in it really gets me, but it's not that 80s. Like they created the music for the show and it's inspired by 80s like synth.
Yeah,
but it's not like you can't find anything in the 80s that sounds like that music, but it's so, man, it gets me. Like I have a playlist on Spotify, writing music, and I have all the Stranger Things soundtrack on there. It just is so, I don't know, man, it gets me. I love it.
Like that Sid wave.
Real quick, Dave Murdoch says he just learned that parts 2, 3, and 4 are supposed to be Friday the 13th, same, taking place over 3 days. I did not know that.
I didn't know that either. Shoot. I gotta watch. I watched Cinemassacre. He does those Monster Madness ones. He did one on the Friday the 13th movies. For somebody who doesn't care much for horror, I love the Monster Madness when he does that.
This is good. I watched Lost Boys last night. Again, I watch it, I don't know, 2 or 3 times a year, and I love the first kill in that movie is the security guard, and he's just like walking through the parking lot at night. There's no other cars. He's just walking, and his car is out there, and then the camera cuts to like way up in the sky, and you hear the voices of the Lost Boys laughing, and the security guard's like way down, walking towards his car, and you just know he has no chance. And then he turns around, and he sees him. He starts screaming. He grabs his door handle, tries to open it. You never see them, and then from inside the car, you see the door fly off, and he's gone. And then it cuts to the open. It cuts to the opening credits, which is like when Corey Haim and his family are in the car driving. That I love implied horror, and not that Lost Boys is a great horror movie per se, but implied horror is or the implied violence and stuff is so. It's such
I was going to say to that implied horror about The Thing. Fantastic movie, and it's a great. So the book that inspired it was written in like the 40s or something like that.
It's an old one.
Of which one? Sorry,
it's old. I can't remember what it's called, but I've read it and it's really good. It inspired the Thing.
Oh yeah.
And I can't remember what it's called, but it's great. So I highly recommend. I'll figure out what it's called and I'll yell it out. But I highly recommend everybody to. I'll just yell it out of my back door. Hopefully, you guys can hear me.
David Murdoch, get that Monster Squad crap out of my chat,
dude.
Well, he says goodies, but it's Goonies. I think it's.
No, we'll stick with goodies.
You don't like Monster Squad or Goonies.
I hate Monster Squad.
Man, both those movies are great, and I will definitely give Vampire versus the Bronx a try.
Posers.
All right,
Goonies.
Here we go.
No one can sit through that movie. All right,
leave. All right, Mark, leave him alone for a second. Leave David alone. The book is called Who Goes There, and it's a science fiction classic that inspired it. It was published originally in the 30s, which is wild. Which is really cool. So Who Goes There? If you get a chance, it's not a really long read. You'll like blow through it in no time if you read books. It's really good. Yeah. Anyway, Monster Squad is greater than the Goonies.
I'll give you that.
I don't know about that.
I mean, solid poops are better than diarrhea.
Got it.
What do you think of this? What do you think of this statement, you guys?
All right.
You love it as a strong
I agree. She's a good character.
Yeah, she's not a Mary Jane. Mary Sue. Sorry, she's not Mary Sue. She went through so much crap to get where she is. Yeah, no, I mean, I could go on and on about Eleven. She's a great character.
Oh,
I hate her when she goes away and like does her own thing with the punks for a while.
Yeah.
That's okay. So I didn't like that part of season 2. I agree with you there. But aside from that, I did like season 2.
So I will say that she has the right to kind of have some like show some trauma in it, like not because she's just like like she's not a Mary Sue, but because she dealt with like really messed up stuff her entire childhood, and then she like is showing how she's overcoming it. I think she's a great character personally, so I'll have to agree with David on that. But yeah, very good. You guys watch any other movies? Like that was something I brought up. Did you guys watch anything recently? Mark, I know you just watched. You watched just deaths from the 80s and 90s and early 2000s.
Actually, my wife and I, we just binged all the Mission Impossible movies.
Oh, sweet!
That's how you do it.
Those are great. That's a great.
Omitting the second one.
Yep, second one's.
We had to sit through that one, which is the black sheep of the series. But
I don't
even still, it's fun to make fun of when you watch it. It's not boring bad. It's just embarrassing bad.
Mm-hmm.
But no, those are strong female leads. They're all over that series. And,
so, does your wife love movies as much as you do?
She likes modern movies. I got her to watch all the Lethal Weapons and all the Die Hards. And
man, Lethal Weapons is another great series.
That's
great series.
Yes.
So Die Hard with a Vengeance might be my favorite. Well, it's not my favorite. The original is hard to beat, but Die
I never
Hard.
cared much for that third one until rewatching all of them. I could see what the big deal is now. Like it's a lot better than I remembered it being.
Yeah, the second one is fine, but the third one is like I love that movie. I think it's also right when it came out. It was like right in my impressionable face, so there is a little bit of nostalgia for that movie. Yeah. But I love the villain, and I love Samuel L. Jackson was a great supporting character for that movie. He's like so good in that movie.
I think him running through the neighborhood with the sign.
Yeah, I love how Sam Jackson like doesn't take Bruce Willis's crap, and he he like gives it right back to him, and he like sort of is mad at him all the time, but he like low key like like he turns into a friend. I just love that
they should have brought him back for the later ones. I'm bummed they didn't. We didn't watch the last one, The Good Day to Die Hard, because I didn't want to kill the buzz at that point.
I agree.
Racist Samuel L. Jackson. He was very racist in that movie.
So I watched Nobody. I don't know if we've talked about this before.
Oh, I want to see it,
dude. That is, I mean, you want a fun movie? You want like just a fun movie? That is a fun movie, man. It is like Christopher Lloyd's in it as like Bob Oden. So Bob Odenkirk from Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad, he plays a guy who is like similar to John Wick. He's got a past. They used to call him the Auditor when he was in the business, and you did not want him to show up at your door, because if you did, you're done.
I heard the Otter. When you said that, I was like, that's not very intimidating.
No. It was, it was so entertaining. Like, there's a trailer. You might have seen the trailer where he's on the bus and these guys are giving this girl a hard time. Like, that scene is friggin' awesome. But what I think I would love most about that movie is he's not invincible. Like John Wick is kind of in that category. I think the same producers are responsible. It might even be in the same universe. I don't know.
Same producers.
Look at you. Yeah, The Shield is great.
Talking about it, so I put it up there for him to see.
Yeah. So I'll stop. Blowing it up for you guys, but it is a really fun movie. I definitely recommend that. Demented for Fun said he thinks my couch looks fun. Dude, this couch is so comfy. It's just the love seat version. It's 2 seats, but it's got this in the middle where my microphone is. It's got like one of those, and it's got cup holders there.
Dude, it's like that's if you just put like a toilet seat underneath, you'd have everything on.
I was hoping there'd be something embarrassing there, just like a
or
something. Like
all my cocaine and heroin are in there. So, but it's like every seat except for the middle one on the big couch, they're all recliners. The feet go up and you can go back. This thing is awesome.
I have a big sectional I'm sitting on, rather large sectional.
Your couch looks comfy. It looks worn in. It looks like you could just sink into it.
Definitely worn in. Definitely worn in. I could do a Macho's cave tour here if we get really bored.
Speaking of bored, we should probably move on to the next.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. We just got into a thing here. So, do you guys want to move on to the? Why don't we just? I'm gonna make an executive decision, and then we're gonna finish up. We're gonna move on to one more segment, and then we're gonna finish up with something super awesome. We're gonna announce the newest character to the WWE Royal, or the CG Royal Rumble, as it were. But first, we're going to talk about something that is probably, I hate to bring it up, Cal, but we're going to talk about Should Not Be Sasquatch right now.
Yeah. Oh, no. We're going to reverse. We're going to reverse.
We're going to. I just sent out a tweet saying we're about to announce the.
Not bad.
You missed the chat earlier.
I missed the chat there. I'm just going by. I got my notes right here. Going by the notes. We are going to reverse, and we're not going to talk about Sasquatch right now. We're going to. I thought that was a good segue and everything. We are going to talk about our excellent, one of our newest projects, and what it is. Mark has taken it upon himself to create an event for us that we're going to have in the near future called CG Royal Rumble 2021. And what we're doing is, you know what? I'm going to let Mark talk about it. Mark, take it away, please.
Yeah, well, if you've been following me and the Goons on Twitter, I've been working on. Well, I play WWE 2K19. A couple of people were like, "How's he making these things?" It's a game. I'm customizing stuff. But I've been creating various indie and Comicsgate creators in the game for wrestling purposes. Because we got a lot of beef in the Twitter world and the CG world, and I can think of no better way to squash it than with the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
And so I've been creating a bunch of characters. We've created 15. We've also created a 16th now that we'll be adding to our roster. And we'll be revealing that 16th fighter tonight. And in the near future, as we got to talk afterwards about when we're actually going to do this thing, we're going to be having a pay-per-view style Royal Rumble event that we'll be hosting, where we'll basically just set up the game, put it on CPU, and let all the CGers duke it out.
Yep.
And we might do, maybe we'll do some giveaways or something if you can guess who the winner is going to be. All their stats are the same. Their weights, when they come out, and all their weights are all the exact same weight. I'm not changing anything because it's got to be a level playing field here. You can't just have the human sunbeam come in and explode the ring and kill everybody. And so, so we got a 16th fighter I created a few days ago, but I was saving them for our stream. Thought maybe we'd get an extra person if I set it up that way. So I guess Cal, if you'd like to play the video.
Here we go.
Yeah, it's great, man.
Yeah.
I'm way too fat.
You're just right. Beautiful.
Yes. Yes. So good. Counting Mark. Yeah.
Gotta shorten his name.
Yeah. Dillard.
Oh man.
That was hilarious.
Yes, prime time.
World Company.
That's stern.
Oh man, here we go.
It's Tug.
Yes.
Oh man, look at him.
Scary man right there.
That's awesome. He is scary. Wow. So
Kind of just goes to a little match here.
yes. Oh, Chelsea.
Oh, Donald just took Tug out. Diesel versus Tug.
Dude, Cal is just wailing on Tom Ford. Oh, he should come out with a mailbox.
Fate works.
That's great. Yes, so that's only half the field so far. So we got a bunch of people left to come. And I was going to say, so Dave says, it's funny because I have most of these people blocked. But you know what? It doesn't matter. This is the best part. It's because you can live vicariously through this the CG Royal Rumble and watch them all painfully get beat up on this video. So
I think we're going to subtitle it Beef Squashers.
Beef, yeah, I like it. But yeah, like Yeah, this list makes you laugh. Demanded for funds. There's only black people that block me. But yeah, just you got it. Like, regardless of what you think about these guys, they were either are big, or were instrumental in the movement that we kind of all have gotten involved with one way or another, whether you're in or not, or what, doesn't matter. We're not looking for any specific thing. Please don't take offense. What we're trying to do is just have a good time. So come and watch it. I know you guys, like Dave, I know you're not going to hold a grudge about something silly like that. So yeah, come watch it. It's going to be hilarious. We have a lot of stuff we're planning.
Eddie, did you miss it?
No, you just missed it. Oh man, Eddie Winkler, you missed it, man. But it's gonna be so much fun. Like, I like the idea, Mark, of like maybe we can put like a like cow plot bingo, and you have to pick the winner. Like, you pick the spot the cow poops into. Is this like just a country fair thing? Anyway, you pick the square the cow poops in, and you win something. We can kind of maybe do something like that for the winner here, if we can get some stuff going on. So.
Yeah, we're probably going to stream it here. I got to figure out how to get this thing set up, but basically we'll just like any night, like we're doing right now, except we'll have I'll have the PlayStation hooked up, and we'll be doing the events. Maybe we'll have a couple people on in between. We'll play some movie trivia, that kind of stuff, and then we'll just let the CPU kind of duke it out, and we'll do our best to provide commentary. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. So I was going to comment, Eddie Winkler. So don't be too upset yet, because there's still like, what do we got? 14 more that are going to be coming. Well, there's probably going to be more than 14, because we're going to have some prelim matches. We have some other things we have planned. So don't freak out yet. We still got 14 more. They're going to be in the actual Royal Rumble that we still have to announce. And Mark's making these like daily, it seems like. So hang tight. If you have a favorite, like if it's TVS or somebody else, just hang tight. I bet if it's somebody who's is well known, they're probably going to show up.
I'm pretty sure there'd be a mutiny if I didn't
put it this way.
Yeah, I think so.
If you know Comicsgate and you hate somebody or you love somebody, probably those people will be in this list. Yeah. Because no one gets hate or love without being prominent.
Yeah.
Like little guys, no one cares about them. You know, like us four.
Yeah, Eddie, in case you missed it, it was Tug that we put on.
I'll
post the video later.
Yeah, post that video. So Tug made it. Is pretty awesome, and I really appreciate that, Eddie. That's really cool of you to say. And I'm pumped for you guys. I'm pumped for you guys to see this, because I think it's going to be a pretty cool thing that we have going on.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah.
Well, now, Macho, if you'd like to move on to your segment now.
Yeah, can you rework that segue a little bit?
I don't know if I can do that quite as smooth as I tried to work it in the first.
Just
time.
Pretend we didn't do this, and
Okay. Let's see. All right. So that was a great. I can't believe that Mark talked for 20 minutes about what he did in the garage this weekend. But we have we're going to move on, and we're going to get into a segment that Cal's probably not real excited about, but he's just going to have to deal with, and it's our segment, Should Not Be Sasquatch. So I'm going to let Cal tell us what's happening right now, and then we're going to reveal the next panel, which I'm sorry I didn't do my part of this, Mark, but I'll do it this week.
That's all right. I covered, my half of it. Hey, what's up,
You
Sim?
did cover your half. Hey, Sim, what is up, my friend?
Man.
Thank you for stopping in. Man. You just missed yourself live.
Should I re-show the video?
Yeah, we might have to re-show it before we cut out tonight.
We'll show it again after the segment.
Yeah, we'll show it in a minute. But Cal, what are we doing?
Okay. Well, first, before we get into the bit that you are referring to as painful for me, which, whatever. It's fine. I do have to show something here. So
okay.
I'm going to show a window here. Let's see.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. I got the update. I got it.
Okay, so this is the new page. And we had... from the first, when we first started showing pages, and this killer guy that ShouldNotBe Sasquatch feasts on, when he, became or people started seeing him and going, "Hey, who's that killer guy?" People started asking, "Hey, can we see more?" Like this guy we see him and then he gets eaten by Shouldn'tbe Sasquatch. So can we get more of this guy? So that's what this page is. Actually, this page and the next 3 are they're all kind of like this guy's recent history, like leading up to when he meets Shouldn'tbe Sasquatch. So, new page just came in a few days ago, went out in the update, and this is Smiley the Happy-Faced Killer feasting on something.
Oh.
And
is that a spoiler?
let's do this. Let's do this. Let me click on the image. So if you zoom in on the fridge, there's some details here. I'm going to zoom around. So this is just like a happy little table.
Look at the gravy boat.
Yeah, that's
Gravy
nice.
boat. Yeah, that is in the script, by the way.
No.
Go to the fridge.
Oh.
Is that an EVS reference? The Last of George.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. Wow, good catch, Mark.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
I'm familiar with the musical taste of the Human Sunbeam.
Save a piece of George for me. Yep, that's exact. Oh my God, I cannot. Not only that, if you look at the names, they're all in the song. All these names are all in the song. So I don't know if EVS cares, but
that's great.
He'll probably find it amusing. But yeah, I took his song. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna make every person in that song a person this guy is eating. I love this. You know what I love about this image, this panel is the eggs.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you guys. Does this remind you of like early Capullo, like on Spawn at all?
Yeah, it reminds me. That's exactly what I was going to say. This is he has a Spawn, or he has Capullo, or even the Todd father. He has a little bit of the Todd.
Yeah. Well, Capullo to me was like a more refined Todd McFarlane. McFarlane's good, like.
Yeah, but Capullo really put it over the top. I know.
Yeah. And this is like Sam and Twitch. Like this is like Sam-ish to me. And then you've got this is some of George, I guess.
Oh man,
you got the nice close up on cutting the meat and the bite. Oh man,
I like the so Rob has really good style with like his beer is like sloshing and there's like juice flinging around off of George's like thigh or whatever it is.
Yes, yeah.
There's a bone in there, so it's got to be thigh or something like femur right there. But
I don't know what it is.
He has some mushrooms on the plate. I mean, wow.
I would say this guy is a very steady diet. He's got his days labeled, who he's eating.
Yeah, he's a sensible man, I feel like.
Yeah.
He's got his brew. He's got a little hot sauce.
Yeah, look, I mean, George, not salty enough.
Yeah.
Salt, a little pepper.
Yeah.
A bit of that gravy boat, probably filled with innards. I don't know what's in that gravy boat.
It's just gravy.
Oh, that's
good. Yeah, it's
man
just
of
gravy.
taste.
Yeah,
Canon confirmed, just gravy.
So I want to just like throw some positivity out there. I like say what you will about speed priorities. Rob Willis is a tremendous artist. He's, in my opinion, he's unparalleled. When EVS announced that Del Keown was joining Comicsgate, I was like, well, we already have one of those.
Yeah,
like Rob. Like, no offense to Dale, like I love Del Keown. Rob and Dale are they're both notorious for being late. They're both fantastic artists. Like Pitt, I don't know. Pitt would like go like months and months without a release. But yeah, and maybe some of these guys, that's what you get. That's the when they say chew the meat, spit out the bones. Some of the guys just gotta wait.
Yeah,
better analogy.
Well placed analogy. I like it.
Well placed.
Well placed analogy.
David Murdoch, to your point, my friend, 13 years since the last page passed. Look, we got a segment to move on to.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
It has been 13 years since the last page, and we're gonna look. Rob's. Yeah, well, no, look, don't blame Rob. This is Cal. 100% Cal.
It's all me.
But
wait.
And look,
Mark,
yes.
Before you go on, I know where you're going. Before you do, I just got to throw this up here because this warms my heart.
He's.
Look, we don't need to bring Donald into this. It's
look,
fine.
I knew he was a teddy bear. Look at that. I knew he was a teddy bear. He all this like poking at me and Cal and everybody else. He's just doing that to hide the fact that he really likes Cal a lot.
Oh yeah, he's a big softie.
Who does? What am I missing? Who likes me?
Demented
I was demented for fun.
Oh yeah.
One of the people that don't care. I was just joking, poking back.
Cal, is there something you'd like to say to Demented? He just said he loves you.
Yeah, I want to say thank you and I not to detract at all from Demented for Fun's awesome comment. There are several other backers who lately have been sending me messages who are just super supportive in the comments and also private messages saying, "Hey, we thank you for the updates when we get them. Thank you." And people specifically telling me, please do work on something else. Please launch another project. I love that. I mean, people are telling me keep working. And I think that's awesome. I feel good about that. It makes me feel real warm inside.
That's good. That's good.
I like this. I like to grab your shield, Macho.
All right. I'm going to get the shield down Demented. I'm going to be able to protect myself.
Look, enough of the soft stuff. We're trying to embarrass Cal right now.
Yeah. We're trying to embarrass Cal, but so yeah, let's embarrass him and then we'll move on.
So yeah,
Cal, no, David, no, we don't love Cal. We're mad at Cal. Everything he touches is late, including this segment. We missed it last week, and I'm just going to blame Cal for it, even though it was Macho's fault. But so whatever. This page is great. That's fine. It's not telling me what happens after the demon falls into the water, which is what Macho, myself, Mutt, and the chat have been trying to figure out and accomplish ourselves.
Yeah.
Macho, not so much this week.
Sorry.
It's not like it takes you that long to draw your pictures.
That last picture took me like 2.5, 3 hours to draw.
But a quick recap. Cal, do you want me to share, or do you want to pull up the?
Either way, if you have it handy, you can go ahead and
share.
share it.
Okay. Yeah, give me. Yeah, I'll share these here. So we're doing a segment called "Should Not Be Sasquatch," and it's our attempt to pick up the pace for Cal here. So picking up from the campaign where the ShouldNotBe Sasquatch defeats the fire demon by throwing him into the water, we asked the chat to dictate the following panels, what happens next in the story. So I will share this little ditty. We good?
Yep.
All right. The panel had suggested that next he goes and gets ice cream. And so I took it upon myself to draw the first panel. We have Shinobi dropping Fire Demon's helmet upon an ice cream truck and saying he wants Cal's favorite ice cream at Princess Twist. From there, Macho was in charge of the next panel.
That's good art right there. I don't care who you are.
Where the chat suggested that he sits down to eat his ice cream, and the little girl sits next to him and says, "Well, mister, that's a big Princess Twist." Wow, even my mouse doesn't want to stay on this page.
I love this page.
That's good. I'm telling you, that's good art.
Hey, it's set the Mutt kind of took some liberties with Macho's work when he had the next panel, which the chat suggested that ShouldNotBe Sasquatch puts on a pair of skateboards for roller skates, and the little girl who it looks like she's eating some beef jerky hands him a lost dog, a little paper saying her puppy's lost. So next, it was upon me and Macho to draw the next two panels. It was a twofer.
Yeah, and I totally didn't do my part.
Yeah, you dropped the ball. Luckily, my part was before yours, so we'll just carry on the next week. But next in the story, the chat suggested that he follows the little girl who runs off into the woods. And as he's chasing her, he notices that she is levitating above the ground. And this is what I took it upon myself to draw this, where he says, "Lost puppy." And he's enraged by this. So he goes to find that lost puppy. follows the little girl into the woods. He says, "Hey, wait up!" And then he notices that her feet are hovering above the ground. There's her sandals on the ground. I was not able to put the amount of detail into this as I did the first week because I was hoping Macho would pick up the pace. And
it really looks terrible, Mark.
I didn't want to embarrass you too much.
Well, I mean, it's really not very good. I gotta be honest.
I expect some, it's
whatever. As a friend, I can't just sit down and let you get away with this bad art.
I expect you'll put some cross hatching in.
I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna. You guys are gonna be blown away when you see what I'm gonna put down for this week. I'm just gonna go ahead and take a few days off work, send my kids to a babysitter or something during the day, so I can just focus on making these panels that I gotta make. Like, I'll take some PTO. I'm gonna send my wife over to her parents' house or something like this. I'm gonna cover all the windows, and I'm gonna get it done. Okay, right? And you remember that when you see my art, and you're stunned. Like, you're talking about how good of an artist that Rob is, but you're really gonna be stunned. Okay.
I'm ready.
All right.
And Macho's assignment for next week is that he follows the girl into the woods. He notices, for some reason, I didn't listen to the full stream, but we were referring to there's a demon holding her like a marionette. We were calling him a Derman.
That's right, the Derman.
I don't remember why we called it that.
That's just because Dave Murdoch misspelled demon in the
Okay. So it's on Macho to interpret what a Derman is.
I'm gonna make a Derman. I'm gonna create a Derman, and it's gonna be canon from here on out.
Well, hold up, your job's not done yet. The Derman, and they're standing in front of a fire hydrant factory.
Yeah. Okay. Can we put this somewhere so I'll remember to write?
You don't need to. You know your job.
This again. I know my job. Not bad. All right. I will not drop the ball. Probably again. Probably next week. But that is our segment. Should not be Sasquatch. And please be aware that we love Cal. We do, David. We love him. And this is just us. Just like Diminished for Fun. We can't. The only way we can show our love is by sucking the fun out of everything that you hold dear in your life. That's the best way to do it. So that's what we're trying to do to Cal right now.
Perfect.
Man, I was gonna ask about. I had something written down, and so hold on. I had like notes, and I like type things out sometimes because I'm like, I need to ask about something. And I think my I was writing in another note, and it just says 2 beef, 2 steak, lettuce, and cheese. And I don't know why it's there. It's on the note that I was writing. Things were on there, but that's what is. I must have I don't know. So I'm sorry that I've derailed it. I think it
Are
was.
you sure that wasn't dinner order?
Yeah, it's my Taco Tuesday order from. I'm pretty sure is what that is.
Hey, good night, Eddie. Thanks for swinging by, buddy.
Eddie, thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, Eddie, we really appreciate it, man. Thanks, and you guys should check his stuff out. Is it Sovereign Wolf, right?
Sovereign Wolf, and it is a
and that stuff
book.
looks very awesome. Yeah, very, very awesome. So check him out if you guys haven't already. Anyway, well, let's move on, and I think this is right, but I might not be right, so I'm going to say it, and then these guys can correct me if I'm wrong in the flow chart. We wanted to check one, real quick before we do our RPG live stream. Cal's been working furiously. Mud is an old man and needed to rest tonight, but we still wanted to do a quick check-in and look at some of the things that Cal's been creating. And if you guys have seen pixel art before, it's really cool, kind of art format. And Cal has been the man recently, creating a bunch of avatars for our characters and characters in the game. So we're gonna check it out real quick. I know some of you guys have seen this, but there's some really neat things. And then we'll keep cruising. Is that cool, Cal? Did I get it right this time?
Yeah. We'll this is really just kind of hey, this is your last ad or commercial for next
until the
week.
next one.
Until the next one for next week. And now I'm pulling up Roll20 while we talk. And I've been so one of the things I've been doing. So number one, I have to write the story for week 1. Okay, so I want this to be kind of a sandbox for you guys. Like, I want you guys, like, once you get the feel for the game, I want you to be like, we can freaking do anything. Like, we're in Seattle in the 90s. We can go wherever we want. We can go in the forest. We can go out. We can take a boat out into the ocean. Like, we can go to a nightclub and listen to music. Like, whatever you feel like doing. I want you to, like, feel like there's, like, this is a sandbox for you,
Yep.
But the first week is going to be on rails. It's going to be a tutorial level, like in video games when they kind of hold your hand for about an hour, so you can kind of get used to the controls and how the game plays. This is going to be the same thing. So week one, I have to write more than I usually would because I want you guys to have a real clear direction. So I'm doing that.
Hang on, Mutt, please never say that again.
Mutt's here.
I don't.
I hope you're sitting on a box somewhere. If you want to get in, jump on.
It feels gross for some reason.
Everything he says feels gross.
It feels gross.
He just makes you feel gross.
Okay. I'm zooming in here. Let's turn off my camera and my voice. There we go. So one aspect is all the writing I have to do. We've got Perry the Pangolin, like Perry the Platypus.
Okay, I'm going by 6. I'm okay.
And we've got your 3 characters, you two and Mutt. And we've got Mellow Flash, who is hanging out with the crew. He's my NPC that's going to be going along with you guys. So I've got to kind of like make sure I have all your character, like all the details perfect. But then I've got all the pixel art and all the battle maps and everything I have to do. So there's so much that goes into this. Like, I could have just bought a D&D adventure and said, hey, play D&D with me, you guys. And you'd have been like, oh, okay. And it would have been like already done for me. But I just have to do it the hard way.
Yeah.
So let me share my screen.
Gotta learn the hard way. Hey.
So
yeah.
I've added some faces since last time. Anyway, so going here on the top, we've got this guy is Bert. This is played by Mr. Mark, 6 a.m. Comics. The spastic II is Mutt's character. So this guy is Bert. This is Granus or Granus.
He's not here.
Granus.
We've got Ajax here, who is a mutant Zorus centaur, played by Macho Dan.
Yeah.
This is Mellow Flash. He's a sloth. I am going to add animations to these guys. I just haven't had time yet. They'll have idle animations. I am going to smooth out both of these. I'm not in love with either of these images yet, so I'm going to be doing more work on those. We've got some people. Some of these guys are good guys. Some are bad guys down here. I'm going to have like probably 20 of these ready before we play, period.
Is that guy in the middle based on Terry Crews? It just looks like Terry Crews to me.
Let's go with that.
It looks like Terry Crews.
Yeah. No, it was just I clicked and like I'll start with in Photoshop I'll start with a pencil.
Yeah.
And I'll go to a certain size and I'll just stamp it down. And then I'll start like adding contours and shapes and stuff. With him, I basically just left it almost a circle.
Yeah. It does look like Antonio.
That's kind of like Antonio.
This guy here, this is I kind of based him on David Harbour from Stranger Things. This guy based on Michael Mando from Better Call Saul. This guy is named Creepy Guy. This is named Blonde Guy. I won't say what his name is in the file.
His name should be Weak Chin.
Weak Chin, yeah. So, but I'm gonna have like this is so fun because I get to just make all these like pixel art faces, and they're gonna be all just these diverse people, all red and yellow, black and white. They're precious in His sight.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna have all one of every kind, and then multiple of most kinds.
Hasn't that song been canceled in churches? That we've still had to sing that one?
Yeah, it has. It's like I forget. There's a different more PC way to say it now. But yeah, and this is one of the maps that we're going to be in, created completely by scratch from me. All the lighting has been added painstakingly. And let's go ahead and click on yellow flash here, or mellow flash, sorry. And no, he doesn't have a sight. Hold on, maybe he has sight. No, he doesn't have sight either. I think you guys have sight. Oh my gosh, I have to fix this. What? Dynamic lighting is on. Anyway, whatever. There's dynamic lighting. You can see where it's going to be. And I'm trying to add the element of kind of ambient light. Because at nighttime, if you're walking down the city street at night, it's not pitch black. But if you, if this was working correctly, and I clicked on one of you guys and I hit that button, it would show that you can only see what's in the street light.
Their side, yeah.
But night light in the city is not like that. So I'm trying to figure out how to add an ambient overall light. But yeah, this is fun. I'm recreating city blocks of Seattle one by one, and this is one of them. I started the second one and it's going 100 times faster because I'm reusing assets, and I have knowledge of how to do it. So yeah. Anyway, that's kind of where I'm at. We have 1990s Seattle. We have an awesome. I haven't told you guys about this. I don't think we have an awesome the crime family that's kind of running Seattle is called the Maldonado family. They immigrated from Mexico. They seemingly employ ninjas, although they're Hispanic. There's this really
Hispanics can't be ninjas. Is that?
No, they can't. They're not allowed. Cultural appropriation. No, but there's these rumors, around the city. There's ninjas and their the Maldonado family employs them, and there's this. I have a ton of world building going on, I'm writing a comic book or something. But this is just for our games, so yeah, it's gonna be really fun. I hope I'm not overwriting for this, but whatever. It's fun. It's good stuff.
Yeah, it looks gorgeous.
Yeah,
thank you.
Great.
Everybody really should understand how much work. I don't even really necessarily know myself how much work it is, but it seems like an incredible amount of work that you've put into this, and I appreciate the effort that you've gone through to make this a fully a full experience, not just oh yeah, here we go, guys, we're just gonna do this thing with stuff I have,
an immersive experience.
Immersive experience, yeah, absolutely.
So Demented for Fun, he's talking about my DM avatar down at the bottom. We should touch on that real quick. That's another project we've got in the works where we're going to be producing. You'd call it scripted.
A
comedy,
cartoon, man. It's going to be
comedy skits. It's basically a cartoon of us playing of an RPG, and that's my DM. That's my dungeon master, my GM, my game master persona, and these guys all have their own. And what we're doing is we're going to be having they'll be about 10-minute long skits, we're playing the RPG, but it's scripted. And the first one is basically a 10-minute long poop joke, and I think it's great. I don't know. Every time I read it, I'm trying to edit it, and I'm the only thing I want to do is add more poop jokes to this. So
it is abundant in poop jokes.
If you enjoy poop jokes, might be the thing for you. But yeah, so that's my game master avatar. And it'll be it's not going to be a full animated cartoon, obviously, because I'm not an animator, but it will be.
It's going to be what
similar.
Is it? What are you using? Is it 16 or 32-bit? What are you using?
I'm not using a specific bit. Bits just kind of refers to the amount of colors you're using, and I'm not limiting myself on colors, but I'm also not going out of a certain amount of. Yeah. I'm kind of just staying within a certain range.
But
not set.
It's that kind of I would hazard a guess 32-bit style. You can see they're pixelated, and it's going to be pretty cool. Little short clips, and I think we're going to probably try to do a couple of these because I think it's going to be pretty funny, and I think they'll be entertaining. So we're gonna work on those along with all the other like 15 things that we have that we're currently working on as a team. And so we got a bunch of stuff, but we're kind of all excited. We're all creatives, and so what I like about this is it gives us an outlet to produce stuff that we have a good time with, and we hope that you guys enjoy as well. Yeah.
I think I can probably. Never mind. I was gonna show some of those, but I don't know where on my computer they are.
It's all good. It's all good.
Wow, I'm so good at like putting stuff in a place where it's easy to find.
That's all good.
Yeah,
we'll see all of it in all its glory next week when we.
It's gonna be good. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the fake RPG, like the skits. I was going to show your avatars for that, but are they just on my desktop? I bet they're on my desktop.
They're just like sitting there,
and they're called like untitled document.
Untitled.
Fake RPG. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, this is good. Here, I'll show this. This is my the game master we just saw as like my little avatar. But I'm going to show him. Yeah, he's kind of like, so this is like his idle talking animation, but
it's like basically Mutt.
I love it. Yeah.
Looks like Mutt with long hair.
This is Mutt in the 70s.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be fun to have him be like running the game in a bar, like a dive bar, like a biker bar or something. So he's got like the leather vest with tassels.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
It's like a very classy bar behind him to be like a shady biker's bar.
Yeah, you're right. I googled like biker bar, but it was I took the best image that I could, and
yeah, it works perfect.
Here, let's see. Is that showing? Oh, it's not showing. Whatever. I was going to show you your other stuff, but this is bad TV because I can't like switch to them quickly. I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah. Anyway, these guys all have their own personas that don't look like them, just like mine doesn't look like me. Hopefully. And Demented for Fun said, "I'm insulted that D&D abbreviations are being explained to me. You got to understand that not everyone is."
I'll make a protest sign using glitter.
Not everyone is versed on this terminology, these terms. So
I am not versed on these. Like I just started learning these as Cal has been saying them to me.
I blank out when he starts explaining it, so
yeah,
don't feel bad.
So David Murdoch, I'm glad you find it entertaining because in October, speaking of RPGs and speaking of David Murdoch and speaking of horror, October. So I have on Roll20 that's the virtual tabletop we're using to play this game. I have a free game that was given to me because I'm a pro subscriber. It's an 80s slasher style campaign, but it's set in like Dungeons and Dragons. But it's a camp. There's like a lake. It's called like Lake Clearwater, like Crystal Lake.
Yeah.
And each of you would be playing a camp counselor type character, and there's a unkillable killer type character type monster that'll be after you guys. So that like I haven't read through the campaign yet, but it looks so freaking fun.
Can we make Mutt the provocative female?
Yes, we can. Yes,
we absolutely have to, unless we unless we can like find a provocative or like find a female to play with us and who wants to play that character.
No, it's gotta be Mutt.
It's Betty Grayness.
Betty Grayness. We call her Grain Ma.
Betty Grayness. But David Murdoch, I'm calling you out. I want you to join us for that campaign.
Yeah,
because you're our resident horror aficionado. Also, Kevin McDougall, who was on last week, who I'm working on some stuff
Yeah.
with. Also a fellow horror guy like myself.
Yeah.
If we got you two, Mutt, Dave, and Kevin, that's a 5-guy group. That's perfect. That's the perfect number of counselors for me to slaughter one by one. So, yeah. Anyway, look for that in October. That's going to be. I'm going to be like on and off preparing for that all the way until we hit October. So it should be ready to go by October 1st.
It says Mutt in the wig. I said we give him one of those cut tops. And,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Those belly shirts.
Yeah. That would be great. Well, and I was gonna come up, not to jump off of this, but Diminished for Fun said something earlier. He said, "You people are way too productive. I feel judged." We're trying to be productive because we want to put some good stuff out there. And so, one other thing I wanted to talk about. We got a few minutes before we're going to have to sign off here. But one more thing that I wanted to talk about is one of the things that really solidified us as a crew, as the Goon Squad, and something that we started out as a joke, but ended up being something that we kind of like have this fascination with that we're going to keep working on. And it's a comic that we are starting called The Drifters. And we could talk about this real quick for a few minutes. If that sounds good, guys.
Yeah, let's do it.
So what it is, and I'm going to say this wrong because I say it wrong every single time. Mark's already giggling.
No, I'm laughing at Mutt. In the
sexiness transcends gender. It's something. But so we started this. It's been about a year, right? So we on our show, Marvel came out with a new version of not the New Mutants. What's the other one?
New Warriors.
New Warriors. I do it every time. Sweens, you're here. It's all right.
We're just glad to have you.
Yeah, you get the last segment here.
You get the last segment. So, but we got to play we've got to play the CG Royal Rumble again. Anyway, we're gonna make it better than the New Warriors that Marvel produced about a year ago because they were bad. Their characters were trash. They're really bad. And we decided that in an hour-long show we could create a superhero team that was better, and we did that thing. So our team is called the Drifters. They're kind of like nobodies or people that would typically not be looked at as valuable in their own ways. It's going to be kind of a comedy action comic, and we're pretty excited about it. So we got some characters. If Mutt was here, he could show his screen, but he's not here.
You can show him.
Okay, cool.
Pull up here.
Yeah, real quick. Demented for Fun was saying, I'm going to need to see those horror credentials for David Murdoch. David is a tremendous horror artist.
David in every way.
David wrote a book called Lucas, which he's like a serial, like a Leatherface Jason type character who kills bad guys, who kills other killers. But he's done some awesome work where he's done Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, and like the images are awesome. But yeah, David Murdoch is one of my favorite artists. So Demented for Fun, you gotta check him out. And so
I gotta say too, real quick, Lucas. When all that was coming out, David was printing these like hardcover bound books for Lucas. And now I have one upstairs. He very kindly, out of the kindness of his heart, sent me a copy of it. It was I think it was a pre-production copy before it was actually printed, like went to print for people to purchase. And he sent me one, and the art is absolutely incredible. And if you guys have never heard of David or seen his stuff, you should like absolutely go look at it. He also is a comic book shop owner, has supported Mutt and I with our comic personally. He sold it in his shop. And just a really cool person that wants to help the indie community and is about comics and keeping the fun in comics. So that's it. Great dude. You guys should absolutely follow him and watch what he is producing because it's always good stuff. So,
okay, cool.
I'm ready to show this.
What about David Murdoch? Let's show the screen.
David, you're awesome. Let's check out Drifters.
Yeah, so are the Drifters, and we have some funny information behind each of them. This is going to be a review for a lot of you guys. But it's going to be super fun. So I'll share a couple, and then you guys can share. I know the one Mark will want to share about, but anyway.
No. Go ahead.
Yes, we're gonna start off with our first drifter. He's right in the middle, the guy with the hat and the bindle stick. His name is actually Bindlestaff, right? It's Bindlestaff.
Yeah, Bindlestaff.
And Bindlestaff is hilarious. This guy is actually he was like a Celtic wizard. He's ancient, but he was battling another wizard you're going to hear about in a second. He got blasted with some sort of magic, and he believes himself to be a hobo. So that's his reality, is that he is a hobo living on the streets, and he's been that way for hundreds of years, which is pretty funny. He has beside him his trusty dog Finbar, which actually happens to be the wizard that cursed him. And the funny part is he cursed Finbar to be a dog for the rest of his life. They've kind of cursed each other, and they're stuck in this situation. The great part about Finbar is Finbar he knows that he's in this dog's body, but nobody can understand him except Bindlestaff. And so Bindlestaff kind of ignores the fact that he's talking all the time and like takes credit for his good ideas and stuff. It's a pretty hilarious predicament that they put themselves into. Did that about sum those two up?
Yeah, I think you nailed it with them. Yeah.
All right. Next, we're going to move on to Mark's favorite character, and
that was my favorite. So you guys ruined it.
That character is Patient Zero, and he's the ninja-looking guy with the spiky hair.
No, you know what? No. People aren't being banned for saying the word anymore. His name is COVID Ops. Enough of this nonsense.
So yeah, Mark decided his name was COVID Ops, and then we just changed it on him. There's a pretty hilarious video on Breaking Rad if you want to go back and learn more about it. And Mark gets really testy. It's pretty funny.
Testy. It's you're right.
COVID Ops is pretty cool. He's the healer, and he has kind of like some powers of attack and healing. He can kind of absorb the sickness or disease or hurt of a person, and he can kind of weaponize it and use it against other people. Pretty cool character, I think, actually. So well done, Mark. And I'm going to pat myself on the back for that name. I don't think I actually did, but I'm going to do it anyway.
I made the dumb mistake of answering a question that had the name Patient Zero, and Dan's like, that should be the name. We'll call him Patient Zero, and then all you guys are like,
All right. We're going to move on, and the next character, he might be my favorite character, and it's a gentleman ghost named Buffalo Phil. And we're still tossing up ideas like kind of canon for these guys, but what we had initially talked about, and it may change because Mutt and I were having some debate about it, but Buffalo Phil was a college kid that went on a study abroad, and he's a partier, man. He likes to drink. So they were in Japan. So what do? You drink sake, right? The guy, he got wasted on some sake. The next day they go and they visit like an ancient Japanese like home or whatever, something. Anyway, he's sick. He pees in an urn like you do after a college party, and wouldn't you know, it was a cursed urn, and he was put into this Oni mask. The one floating kind of around his head, and he's cursed to only be able to possess the bodies of dead or dead creatures for the rest of his existence. But I think it's pretty hilarious.
That's awesome.
What he's got himself into.
You've done it again.
Yeah, no. Peed in an ancient Japanese samurai urn, and this is what you get. Next, we have this stately gentleman with a bald head. That is the Weezer. And Weezer, we don't have his. Once again, we don't have his origin story really nailed down. We'll just say this: he's damaged himself because he was addicted. He got himself addicted to like inhalants as a cheap high.
He's a huffer.
And yeah, he's a huffer. So he's hurt himself, hurt his lungs, and so he wheezes all the time, and he has terrible asthma, and he can't really run or do anything except when he puffs on his puffer. And when his lungs clear out, he's incredibly fast, and he can do things like, move at the speed of like the Flash, for lack of a better term. I'll probably get copyright struck because I said that. But he can move incredibly fast. The joke is, though, he can't move very fast for very long. And when he runs, it's like he ran that distance in real time. That's like how tired he feels. So
so you couldn't run around the world and
he's an everyman's Flash. He's not a like all powerful Flash.
He could maybe get to the 7-Eleven up the street. For a plunger or something.
Yep. So the Weezer, he's a great character too. I think he's going to be awesome. The big, rather small guy in the big suit behind Weezer is known as Short Fuse, which is also a hilarious character. He's a little person. We don't say the M word.
Unless Mutt were here, and he'd be blabbing him all over the place.
Throw it everywhere. He just throws the M word out. So this is Short Fuse. And Short Fuse grew up in like kind of a junkyard situation with his father figure. And he is tiny, and he obviously is very sensitive. Think about him as like the character in Elf that Peter Dinklage plays. That's how I like to imagine him. And he's very sensitive about the word elf and things like that. But he used that rage to be able to like kind of cobble together. Mutt says he's like the Forge character of this book. He's able to like Rocket Raccoon, how he like jams a bunch of stuff together and he has a gun. Short Fuse is an angry little elf, as Trusty says. That's exactly what he is. But he can like make trash into treasure is kind of like the way I like to look at him. So also he's going to be kind of our Batman. He's going to have gadgets and gizmos and stuff. And then last but not least, we have the large
beautiful
big and beautiful girl.
Big and beautiful girl on the left side of the screen, and that is Saison. And she's actually an alien. She's kind of central to this book, which is kind of cool. And her powers are that of she has, depending on the season, or maybe do we decide like maybe temperature change? Anyway,
we're working on it.
Yeah, we're going to work it out exactly. But she's able to change her physiology to kind of match that of where she is, kind of a shapeshifter, but she's kind of locked into that for a little while. It's not like she can just like, change.
Yeah, so if it's like summertime, it's hot out, she's like a fire person. If it's winter, it's cold, and springtime.
So where she fights might be as important as might be more important than some of the other things that she's able to do. So if she might be stuck with some powers that are kind of useless, but kind of puts you in some unique perspective. Could be some fun writing there, I think, too. So that is the team. These are the Drifters, and you're going to meet a couple other cool parts about the Drifters, the villain, and then also they're kind of their savior, the Drifter savior, who kind of runs a halfway house that these guys call home. So if you guys think it's cool, like, let us know what you think. If you have any questions, we're going to dig into this some more after we get through some RPG episodes and some CG Royal Rumble stuff down the road, and we're going to work on producing this comic. If you think it's going to be cool and you're interested, like, let us know, because we want to make cool stuff that you guys like. And we've even been shopping some artists around. We've been talking to some guys, so it's getting serious. We're serious,
Yeah,
we are.
We're not just dating it anymore.
We're not just
we're courting it. We're courting
it. Yes,
Christian court.
That's right. But that is it, man. I did it in like about 10 minutes. So what I think we should do real quick before we got to bug out of here, it's about 10:45, is I think for those guys who missed the release of the 16th character in our CG Royal Rumble, we should play that one more time so you guys can enjoy it. You can see the surprise 16th character, and you can kind of get a taste of what we're going to do. Does that sound good?
Yeah. I'll show it. Maybe 20 seconds, 30 seconds of airtime before that. No, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Sorry to mention for fun. David Murdoch says we know about his video game he's working on called Drag the Dead. I knew it was
Jeez.
Zane Damage or whatever. That's a trans person, but in the walk away movement.
Yes.
Adam Krigler, I did not know was attached to this, David Murdoch. So we might have to have you on coming up here soon to talk about this game, because Adam Krigler is, if you guys don't know, he was a co-host on Tim Pool's show on YouTube for a long time. I don't know what caused them to split, but they have split. Now he's got his own YouTube, and he's got a massive following. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool to hear, David. So we should have you on to talk about that in the future.
Yeah,
not that we have a massive audience for you, but you could boost our audience. So
we just want to have Dave Murdoch on here too. He's done, like I've said this before on this stream, but he did artwork for I keep forgetting it. It's Ghostface Killer, maybe. I think he did art for. Anyway, pretty awesome. You guys got to follow him.
Yeah, I should have been queuing up that video while we were talking, but here we go, and it's on my desktop, thankfully. So,
all right, I'll be right back.
He's like wide open here. I don't think he even realizes it. He looks dazed. He's about to get back. Fancy. The old European uppercut. There he goes, crashing to the floor. This might be it. This match intent on taking the fight to the outside as much as he could. Though I'm not sure that's the right approach. He controls the pace of the match. Look like this guy.
Yes. There it is.
Yes.
Pretty awesome.
Oh, it's a puppy.
The big puppy. He had to come over and say hey.
David, it's PS4. Yeah.
Yeah. So, we got to talk, Mark, too, about how how we can stream that, make some videos. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you how to use that on your PS4.
Good. Yeah. I don't know how to stream that, and have us talking over it, and whatever.
Yep. Very cool. I think that is pretty much it for tonight. We're right on cue. Yes, this is my big dog. Yeah. This is King. He's a Great Pyrenees. He's enormous. Hold on.
He's big.
Good boy.
Yeah.
He's Falcor, the luck dragon.
Oh, there he is.
Oh,
yeah.
Big
More
head.
of the room. Oh, look at this
Macho.
Iron Man.
There's Iron Man on the
Man
wall.
over there.
Get off of me. Hold on. All right, quick. Look, I'll give you the quick tour.
Yeah, let's see it.
We got some Star Wars stuff up here. Hold on, crap. Got some my Star Wars stuff. Some of my toy. Oh, here we go. Got a big Lego.
Rancor.
Yeah, Rancor right there.
Nice.
R2D2. Got some art there. There's a sweet cable.
I love that.
Drew Moss. There's Boba Fett. Drew Moss is it's crooked in the frame. I got to fix that. And then, there's guy that did Manifest Destiny from Image. He's from my hometown. He did that one.
Oh.
Nice.
We got a lone wolf in there. Yeah, that's one of the first ones we picked out. I put one in there. Got some other stuff. There's my wife. She had this caricature made of me.
So, Dan, that caricature is what I used for our intro because I didn't have enough pictures of your face yet. So
it's me and Han Solo.
That's what we use for the Mortal Kombat intro. Is that caricature face?
I got a sweet. I stole this. And then hold on. Up here's like a bunch of figurines, and there's my TV, and
look at that.
And the rest of it's pretty boring. There's bikes over there in my wife's little office area. There you go. You guys have seen inside the inner sanctum.
Whoa!
Ooh.
Very nice.
Very cool.
How can your wife handle doing her work in there? She's just beset upon by so much man stuff?
She just it's probably pretty hard to concentrate doing work when you're down here in just the awesomeness of the Macho Cave. But she figures out.
She's working and Dan's just running around dressed up like Macho Man.
Doing
step into a Slim Jim.
Dropping Slim Jims, and she's like, honey, go upstairs.
Trying to work.
Trying to work. Exactly.
You may not like it.
But I have a cool little setup down here. It's pretty.
Yeah. No, that's cool, man.
You did send that, David. You did send me that Sam Keith Toxic Avenger. So, low-key, I have Sam Keith is one of my favorite.
Yeah, he's great.
Ever. He's like so good, and Dave and I share that, and he sent me this Toxic Avengers issue. I have it in my box of things I keep nice. I have reader comics I have laying around that just over there on my wife's desk. There's a bunch of reader comics. They're just for whatever, but that one is kept bagged and boarded. I really appreciate that. It's very cool of you. Anyhow, that's it. We did it, guys. We did it.
Made it.
We made it all the way.
Next week, come back. We're playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Please come back. No, I'm saying not for our benefit, for yours, because chat gets to control. Have you seen Being John Malkovich? If you haven't, go watch that this week. You, like in Being John Malkovich, you get to corporately control one character. And it is Perry Platt, the pangolin. Chat gets to control one character. You guys all have your own characters, but chat has to together make decisions. That's going to be the most entertaining.
You realize
part
it's going
of
to
for
be
me.
Demented for fun making all our decisions next week.
No, absolutely.
And before we sign off, I have to defend myself to him. He said it's at a sequel trilogy X-Wing. It is, however, I built that with my daughter, so I think it's should not be used against me. It was time. It's right up there.
We'll give you a pass.
No. He just forced sequel trilogy on his children.
No, she wanted to build an X-Wing, and I was like, how am I not going to do Legos with my daughter?
What if she wanted to just jump off a bridge? Bancho, you just jump off with her?
Depends on the bridge.
I know some bridges.
Anyway, that is all for tonight. You guys have anything else we want to add?
No, I have to pee really bad. Do you guys care to know about that? Oh.
Nice. Download Starfetched, Apple Arcade. Make Daddy some money.
Yeah.
Download it.
Download that. Thank you guys once again, everybody, for being in the chat, hanging out. We really appreciate y'all. Come back next week. We're gonna play some TMNT and TMNT, and then we're gonna get into some other stuff. Once again, thanks. Have a great night, everybody.